After ruining her career, her reputation, and her marriage, not to mention sullying the name of every female who works in sports, Diana Russini went radio silent. That may have been the most prudent decision she made in this whole ugly affair. But of course, being in this world of oversharing, chronic oversharing by everybody, she now everybody thinks she's about to come out and drop a bomb on Magic Mike here and come out with all the dirtiness. What in the world could she possibly say that would make this any better? And by the way, that was the best emoji of the week. That is just freaking perfect. I've looked at that 20 times. It's fantastic. Whoever did that is a genius. And then they just label it the Patriot way. What is it, Bet 105? Like, that's awesome. But what in the world is she going to, why? Now, we don't know that she's going to do it because she hasn't said anything. But
Right.
everybody assumes she's going to come out, sit down with Oprah or 60 Minutes. What could she possibly say that's going to make her look any better and not worse? Yeah,
Right?
she's going for the money.
Be paid. She's not going on CBS News or whatever who don't pay, right? She's good because where is she gonna make money now going forward? But she never say never. You don't know, but that would be her incentive. I think we pretty much can fill in the blanks on her and him, not to absolve him. But this is talk about what is this? 3 weeks, Jim? 4 weeks? A story with legs. If you go
It's a month.
online,
Go ahead.
yeah, just say it transcends. Of course, it transcends. It's just Tiger 2009 with all the dalliances. This transcends sports. Everyone's what looked like a husband and wife cheating. Big. All right, he's a New England coach. They made the Super Bowl. It's the number one story for 4 weeks, and more stuff
Well,
keeps
there's
coming out. God bless
biggest
TMZ.
reason, yeah, the biggest reason, Pete, is because they lied about it. They tried to cover it up, and people hate
100%
that.
agree.
If you come out right away and say it, but you know what? Rossini did come out the day after this story broke. Nobody remembers this. She came out and posted. Do you know what she posted? She reposted a story that a guy had written about the possible NFL referee strike. And all the commenters lit her up and said, "Oh, so we're just going to pretend that we didn't see video with you and Vrabel yesterday? Like you're just going to ignore that story and hope it goes away?" So now, look, the only thing worse than a cheater is a friggin' liar, and she's
The
both.
liar.
And so is he. So is he. But we know it's a double standard. He's a football coach. The bar's lower for him, right? They're both married. I don't understand. Where are the spouses? If they haven't lawyered up on this, it's got to be a financial arrangement where Vrabel's like, "Don't embarrass me during the season. We'll pretend we're together for a year, and then you can just move into your own house, or I won't come visit you in Park City." His wife looks like a very nice woman. By all accounts, she's just crushed and embarrassed. He's got grown kids. What the heck is she thinking? She started this affair before she got married. She kept it going when she was engaged to that poor schmuck that works for Shake Shack. I feel sorry for this guy, but you know what? If he doesn't answer back, he's a cuck. He's just sitting here taking it. And
Yes.
she gets engaged to him, married to him, keeping the affair going the whole time. Then she gets pregnant, and then while she's pregnant, she's seeing Vrabel, those pictures in Tennessee with them on the dock when they rented the boat. She is 7 months pregnant, and she's going out on a boat with Vrabel. Now, maybe nothing happened. I've been on a boat with a girl before. Stuff happens on a boat. That's why you go out on a boat. There's no witnesses, right? I was chumming the water, let's just say. But so she does that. 7 months pregnant with another guy's kid. Oh my God, what is the matter with her? What a sociopath this woman must be. And I'm going to get to Vrabel in a minute. I don't mean to just pile on her.
Right.
But if I'm her, if I'm her agent, if I'm anybody in her family or anyone that's still talking to her, just be quiet. Just let it go away. Because somebody else is going to do something stupid and that'll take over the front page. But they get feeding the story. And the New York Post keeps milking this thing like a cow because this thing's awesome. Every time she says or does some or another picture, you know they got 20 other pictures. They're just bringing them out a little bit at a time, a little bit at who knew about the Tennessee boat ride?
Jim, how so? Because the story just keeps going and growing with each revelation. So one of the things I wonder about now, we don't know where the pictures, videos, all that came from. How long were page 6 of the New York Post How long were they sitting on this? I don't think it's all coming out now. We don't know. So I guess they were sitting on it for a long time. Um, and now the story turns many facets. What will happen to him? I mean, he's the face of that team. He's the leader. He's supposed to say, but the NFL is begged off. They're not going to touch it. They've said so. It's up to that tower of ethicism, Robert Kraft. If he doesn't do anything, and he's not going to, so I guess he'll still be in his job, even though the prediction markets, Jim, Poly Market, like Kalshi, they're getting a ton of action on him being fired.
The only way I see Vrabel going down in this thing is if you find out that one of her kids is his. That's the only way I see him going down, because what else are we going to find out about him? He's been cheating on his wife. Okay, so now we're taking care of her. They date this back to 2020. Means he's been cheating on his wife on a regular basis with this woman for 6 years. Can you imagine finding that out? You know, we're all in relationships. If you find that out, I pack a bag and I slam a trunk in 10 minutes. I'm gone because
the gun's going off.
You're just finding out, but your life's been a lie. And listen, you can repay people for anything except their time. And once you take time out of someone's life, that's it. You have to cut it and hit it and quit it. Go. Do not look back. They cannot repair this. Oh, the emergency marriage summit in Park City. They're going to sit down and try to work through it, see if they can repair it. Repair it? How would you ever trust either one of these people again? This is sociopathic behavior. When you use another person, right, for your own pleasure, and you have so little respect. Let's remember, they're both married. And at one point, with kids, with that other person, they stood in front of all their family and friends, a religious leader, a judge, a minister. They stood up there and they swore that this was the person, and they would honor, love, and obey them. And they turn around and just embarrass the crap out of them on a national platform. You want to work with this person? You want to be friends with this person? You want to do business with this person? Hold on, Mike Vrabel. You want to play for Mike Vrabel when he's asking you for your honesty and your work ethic? You look at him like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't even respect you anymore. Because there's got to be guys in that locker room. We know what athletes are famous for, but there's got to be guys in that locker room that are happily married, that are Christians, that don't do this, and they see this. How do you? What's the dichotomy there? How do you bring those two pieces together and go sell out for this guy on a Sunday and throw your body on the line? I don't even respect this clown anymore. I liked Vrabel. We played a soundbite of him in the locker room, right? After they wanted to go to the Super Bowl and they gave the ball to Kraft and said all these nice things about his team. Like, what a good guy. Always liked Mike Vrabel. That guy's done to me. Tell it walking, brother. I don't want to hear it anymore.
I couldn't agree more. Now, you don't know. Now there's all kinds of stuff flying. Like you said, that her first son, named Mike, is his. That he maybe even, there's one in the last couple hours that he proposed to her. He was still married. He proposed to her like 5 years ago. Yeah, I have zero respect, obviously, for this guy. Drake May came out and supported him as he's the leader of the team. But yeah, I'm just waiting for and it's so from journalistically, because it's a battle between two subsidiaries of the Murdoch empire. It's a battle between Page Six, owned by Fox, and TMZ, and they keep coming out with stuff. Incredible.
Yeah, so Drake May, of course, is going to say whatever he has to say to please his coach. If he gets fired, he'll love the next guy too. Drake May's not exactly got a firm hold on that starting job right now. And by the way, I read 4 quotes from Drake May, who's supposed to be a genius, and he started every quote with, I mean, this is the new thing that kids are saying. Like we used to say, when I was a kid, I mean, comma, and then you do your answer. Like, you're just a mouth breather if you have to start every sentence with, I mean. But if Vrabel loses the locker room, then he's expendable, because now he's just a liability in there. So if Kraft feels, or the GM or the president of operations, if any of those guys go, hey, the players have told me they don't want to play for this guy anymore, Vrabel's gone in 5 minutes, because that team is just as good without him if you can get another coach at his level, because that he's not the same guy. He is damaged goods now. And we're going to see if that locker room holds together.
Jim, this talk that this is obviously was an open secret. We've seen all the stories. The one reporter, and I feel badly for her, who got fired a couple of weeks ago from, was it USA Today?
Yeah,
Because she said,
call her out.
Go make Diana Russini your role model. She said, Diana Rossini is my role model. This was such an open secret. Washington, I'll call them the Redskins because that's what they are to me. Executive's wife, back when it was Twitter, tweeted out like, this reporter exchanges sexual favors for stories. And then she had to make, so, and ESPN didn't report the story for a couple of weeks, not one word. As much egg on all these people's faces. And
Yeah.
I was going to say that he got let go. It's now stories from Tennessee, because why did he get let go? He had overachieving teams. He had no quarterback, which you need in the NFL. Why did they let him go? It was confusing at the time. Now they're saying, why.
They were so cocky and they were so comfortable in what they were doing. They did it in public. They're kissing in a bar in New York City. They're both national recognized faces, not just names. They're both on national TV every week. We know what they look like. Somebody's going to recognize it. They're in a bar in New York City. They're in a casino in Tupelo, Mississippi. They're on a boat in Tennessee where they signed their own names on the waiver. That's why the guy took pictures. Like, hey, it's Mike Vrabel who used to coach the Titans. And that's Russini. She's a TV reporter. Why are they going on a boat together? She's 7 months pregnant. That's weird. What are they doing? An interview? It is amazing. So listen, I'm going to leave you with this, Pete. It's an old thing my dad used to say to me, because I was kind of a wise ass as a kid. I know that's a shocker. My dad used to say this to me all the time. He would pull me aside. He would look me in the eyes, wait for me to walk in, and he would look at me and he'd say, hey, sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all.
That's a lawyer. That was a lawyer, right? Lawyers.
So Diana Rossini should remember that.